Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily two-card reading for Thursday, May 30th, 2024. And I have been called back to using the New Orleans Oracle deck for this week that kind of ends the month of May and starts the month of June. This deck is by Fatima Mboj, and we used this just a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think. At the beginning of the month, I traveled to New Orleans, one of my favorite places, and the week after, I used this deck, and the month of May has flown by, but I just felt very drawn to end the month as I began it, which was with my trip to New Orleans, the energy of this New Orleans deck. And so I'd like to close the month of May with this deck as we head into June. So as always, for my readings, I look at two cards. I look at the energy card and the focus card. So the energy is the force that's directed towards us from the universe or our environment around us, our generalized world, sometimes our smaller world energy. And then the focus is our intention, our effort, or our response. As always, I open a circle of light, love, and protection around myself in these readings, which extends to everyone who's watching these readings, no matter when that might be. So let's jump into these readings and see what this deck has in store for us today. I do want to just mention that the author has written in the guidebook that New Orleans is a place that inspires people to discover, accept, and fully express themselves. And this oracle was developed to help us listen to our intellect and our intuition and to help our self-trust grow. So with that intention in mind, we're going to do this. We're going to take a look at this reading. So let's look at our energy card. And then let's look at our focus card. Perfect. All right, so this is a beautiful deck. I used it for the first time at the beginning of the month with our readings, and it's really new to me, but I have fallen in love with the energy and message in it. So, got my guidebook here. We'll read for what the message is for us. So our energy card for today is intuition. And this is interesting, isn't it? You'll look at the card here. We're number 27. The word is intuition. If you flip that number upside down, it almost looks like a 26. It's a little bit of a, just kind of an optical illusion. But we have a crystal ball with a all-seeing eye in the middle and our hands on it. And this introduction to this deck talks about our intellect and our intuition. And so this is one of those very important things that we're learning to work with. So intuition is our energy that's coming at us for this day. And that's a beautiful thing. Like if intuition is coming to us, we need to be open and aware of it and accepting of it. So what she says in here about intuition is this. Intuition is the accurate inner knowing that each of us is born with. If you choose to tune into it constantly, it will become stronger and it can help guide you and bring you peace throughout every aspect of your life. You are being called to ask yourself, what do I feel about this? By remembering to start with that question, it will allow you to understand the difference between what you think and what you feel. Sometimes it is necessary to be aware of the profound difference between the nature of these two things. You are not being asked to completely sacrifice intellectual thought, but rather to combine it with your gift of intuition in order to gain more balance and clarity in your life's decisions. So we have intuition, which is within us all if we allow ourselves to listen to it. And it's the message here is not, don't forget your intellect. You need that as well, but you need to combine those, but really let your intuition, your inner knowing flow to you and help you understand situations, messages, people around you. So let's take a look at our focus card for today. And we have flow. This is another beautiful card. This one came up for us with our readings a couple weeks ago, and I just thought it was gorgeous. Flow, there's a lot of water in this card. There's a lot of swirling energy, and that really makes us think of the flow. There's also the full moon up here, which is tied to water. Water is tied to intuition. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's take a look at what this message is for us, knowing that this is our focus. So this is what we are bringing to the picture here. Intuition is flooding to us, and then flow is our focus, which is how we're going to help work with this energy. So this is a good thing because flow is allowance, really. and just being accepting of what's going on. So let's read what she has written in the guidebook. Flow is the natural balance of all beings and all things. The movement of the ocean and the cycles of the moon are all perfect examples of flow. They are ever changing without judgment or fluid form. Much like the ocean, the human experience of flow can be rather unpredictable. However, it is always as it should be. It is time for you to be aware of what your flow is, without judgment. This can mean anything from a minor change in daily habits that will put you more at ease to a major decision concerning career that may lead to a huge positive shift in your life. Staying in your flow simply requires that the awareness of how your energy is affected by your thoughts or experiences, and choosing the thoughts or experiences that feed into your flow instead of taking you out of it. So this is interesting because it kind of mentions at the very end that flow can maybe allow us to be swept away. But in this case, flow is not meant to do that. Flow is meant to sweep us into the situation. We need to allow that flow to sweep us into the situation, which is our intuition. You know, to just let our inner mind, let our inner eye, let our inner spirit, let our soul direct stuff more than our human intellect. Though we can't forget that because it is all a part of who we are, what we are, and how we function our way through this life. So this is a beautiful reading as always. I'm so pleased with this deck. I hope you found this reading helpful. I hope you connected with it in some way. Please like, please subscribe, please share. Please help my channel grow so I can help spread these messages and these beautiful decks to other people so they can help. So these cards can, and these oracle decks can help other people realize that our connection with spirit is with us. We just need to ask the questions and let methods help answer things for us. In this case, the method is oracle cards, and they are a beautiful way for our spirit guides and guardians, for our divine creator, and our own soul to speak to us. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me. My name is Stacy.